You think being born a bird is poetic? Wings, freedom, air, all that? Not for you. You're a honey buzzard. You're not majestic. You're not fierce. You're a feathered raccoon with a sugar addiction. You hatch in a tree that smells like burnt syrup and regret. Your parents are nowhere to be found. Because guess what? They're out looking for wasp nests. Yeah, wasps. The universe gave you wings just to fly face first into death traps. And your first meal? Not worms, not seeds, not berries. A regurgitated ball of wasp larvae and honeycomb mash. Sweet, crunchy, and actively trying to sting your throat. Congrats. You're the only baby bird who cries during dessert. You stand at the edge of the nest. You stretch your baby wings. Deep breath. This is it, your first flight. You jump and fall like a wet sock. You hit a branch, then another, then a squirrel. Squirrel's not happy. You crawl back up, covered in twigs and shame. Round 2. You run, flap, leap, and nosedive straight into bird poop on a rock. Congratulations. You've tasted both failure and someone else's lunch. But you're not done. 3rd time's the charm. This time you glide. Wobbly. Awkward. But flying. Barely. You're airborne for the first time. And your reward? You're airborne now. Finally free. Finally flying. And what's the first thing your instincts tell you to do? Not find a mate. Not enjoy the wind. Nope. Go bite a wasp nest. So you do. You lock eyes with it. A churning, buzzing blob of yellow rage, the size of a football, the attitude of a war crime. You dive. Because you're a honey buzzard, which basically means you're a sugar-addicted daredevil with feathers. You grab the nest, slam into it, rip it open. What's inside? Not treasure, not candy. Thousands of screaming wasps who just woke up to their worst Monday ever. They don't ask questions. They don't negotiate. They swarm you. Instantly. They sting your face, your beak, your eyelids. They get in your feathers. You're flapping like a broken ceiling fan with a vendetta. But you hold on. Because inside the pain is the prize. A few juicy, protein-packed, half-dead wasp larvae. You grab them, slam out of the swarm. You're shaking, twitching. Your brain is melting. But in your beak? Victory. Still twitching. But technically edible. You just watched a bird fight wasps, get stung in the eyelids, and still managed to score a twitching worm for lunch. If that's not worth a subscribe, I don't know what is. Click that button. Support this feathery disaster. Because nature's cruel. But this channel? That's love. You think you're getting the hang of this. You've got the scars, the swagger. You can steal larvae like a pro now. So when you see another wasp nest, you don't hesitate. Dive, slam, peck, same drill. But this nest is different. It doesn't buzz. It hisses. You look closer. The hive isn't abandoned. It's occupied by a snake. A long, pissed-off, worm-shaped nope. You freeze. The snake doesn't. It lunges, straight at your face. You scream. It hisses louder. Your wings glitch. Your brain crashes. Suddenly you're spiraling through the air like a crumpled napkin. You hit a bush, upside down, beak first. And just as you think it's over, a wasp stings you. Because nature believes in bonus rounds. You've grown. Not taller, just scruffier. Your feathers stick out at weird angles. You smell like fermented pollen. And your parents? Yeah, they've had enough. They look at you one day and say nothing. They just stop feeding you. Classic bird parenting. So you leave. Homeless, itchy, emotionally unprepared. But your instincts know what's next. Find a mate. Start a new life. Build a nest. Share worms. You see your first female honey buzzard. She's beautiful, confident, balanced in flight. You do your best flirt glide. You bring her a squashed wasp and a flower you definitely stole. She looks you up and down and flies away. That's rejection number 1. You find another. This one's got a sparkle in her eye. You show off your best moves, flap, glide, sneeze weirdly midair. She flinches, then vanishes. Rejection number 2. You give up. You land on a branch, alone. Half of you wants to scream. The other half wants a snack. But then, you hear a soft flutter. She lands next to you. Not too pretty, not too cool. But she doesn't leave. She stares at you like, yeah, you'll do. And that's it. No speech, no ceremony. Just 2 awkward birds sharing a dead wasp in silence. Married. You're gliding. Winds in your feathers. Your mate beside you. A mouthful of half-chewed wasp larvae. It's not perfect, but it's peace. Until a shadow covers the sun. A giant winged blur drops from the clouds. Fast, sharp, ancient. An eagle. You turn. Your mate screeches. You flap hard. But you're not built for this. You're not fast. You're not agile. You were designed to raid insects, not survive war. The eagle dives. Its claws lock on your back. You scream, not because of pain, but because you know. You're not getting out of this. The sky spins. The earth pulls. You crash into a tree. Not dead. Yet. You crawl. Wings broken. Vision doubled. And that's when you see them. A fox. A snake. 2 wasps. A wildcat. All staring. All waiting. Each of them thinking, if the eagle doesn't kill him, I will. But the eagle doesn't leave anything undone. It lands. It tears. It ends it. Silence. The other predators stay for a second, then turn away. Even they didn't expect it to be that brutal. The forest breathes again. Your mate calls from a distance, but there's no answer. Because nature doesn't do funerals, only food. If you knew your whole life would lead to one moment like that, would you still fly? Or would you stay in the nest and never take off? Drop your truth in the comments. Let's see who would fly anyway.